Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on with the US dollar? All this news about this country dropping US dollars and this country saying to their citizens to get rid of US dollars. Is this the end of the dollar? Not quite, but it is something you should be informed about, and it is something that can lead to major opportunities. Stay tuned to find out what's going on with the US dollar and how you can capitalize on this golden opportunity. Ready? Let's go. Welcome back to the video, guys. So for some time now, the US dollar has been known as the world's reserve currency. In other words, you can go many places around the world and your US dollars will be widely accepted without even having to convert them in most cases. This is all connected to the United States being the leading power in the world. Now, this is slightly starting to change. Now, it doesn't mean the United States won't be the leading power anymore, but the lead that it once had against the entire world is not exactly what it is today. For example, China has made many advancements in technology, education, and more that have started to catch up with the US, and the world is starting to realize that as well. So we're getting to a point in time where many other countries around the world are kind of getting tired of the United States calling the shots, and they're making advancements to make a new world order. Some of the bigger events around this is how Russia is dropping the US dollar and is trading in the Chinese yuan in terms of its commodity trades and many other trades as well. And other countries have followed suit, and more countries probably will follow suit. Now, it does not mean that the dollar is going to be completely dethroned tomorrow. It will take much longer before that actually happens, if it does happen. However, because of the recent events, it's going to affect the markets one way or another. It's very important to remember that this is a speculative market. And when news releases come out, depending on how people are interpreting that news, it can still have a significant effect on the market, thereby creating opportunities for those who can predict what will probably happen. So despite the fact that on an overall level, the US dollar won't be dethroned anytime soon, there is still going to be concern around the dollar because of the news that is taking place. And thereby, those who invest in the dollar or trade the dollar are going to be looking at it a little differently. Speculators are going to write articles, thereby making those who consume those articles a little shaky and less confident in the US dollar overall. That being said, in the investing and trading world, that level of confidence is just going to shift from one item to the other. In this case, when people start losing confidence in the dollar, they usually tend to start pouring more into commodities and even crypto. So with that knowledge, let's now jump into the charts to see what opportunities may be on the horizon and where people can make tons and tons of money if they are prepared. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are on a DXY right now, and we're looking at things on a technical level. So we've already established that on a fundamental level, things are not looking good for the dollar. So that being said, on a technical level, I want to see how that can possibly create opportunities for me to capitalize on when it comes to the dollar and other things that correlate to the dollar one way or another. So this is where we are. We have been on this downtrend. If we look here on the weekly time frame, been on this downtrend, and we have had a retest. Okay, this area that it retested to comes all the way from back here where we had a level of support, and if you extend this across, you also have that same level of support becoming an area of resistance for price. So we have a nice structure that has formed, and now we are at a very critical area. Okay, so there is a possibility that we can find support in this area because we have found support before, right to the left. However, because of the fundamental news that has been coming out, don't be so surprised if we get a break of this support and we get a fall when it comes to the US dollar. Now, if that does happen, we do have quite a way to go before we see any significant area of support. So if we get a drop, the next possible area of support that I can see for the US dollar is right around here. So right down here. This is where we would be looking at for price to drop, and that is quite a significant drop. And if the DXY starts dropping so aggressively, then we need to start looking at commodities now and how that will have a big impact on an upside opportunity for those commodities. So let's take a look at gold. So if we take a look at gold, gold also right now from a weekly perspective is at a critical point as well. Gold is at a major area of resistance, okay? So price came up here one time, came up here twice, and guess where it is approaching right now? It is approaching the same area right over here. As a matter of fact, if we take a look backwards, we can see that this has been the all-time high for gold, and gold is approaching its all-time high once more. Now, will we finally get a break to make a new high? And where does that lead to? We don't know, because it's going to make a new high, and wherever it chooses to stop, that's where it chooses to stop. But the fact of the matter is, this could be a huge investment opportunity and a huge money-making opportunity even for traders as well. So those who are swing traders, if the dollar starts to break that area of support, you have a big opportunity on your hands to hold gold for the long term, and that can turn into some huge profits for you. Now, that also applies for silver and some other commodities as well. As the US dollar starts to lose its value, investors are just going to pump into commodities. Investors are also going to pump into crypto as well. Let's take a look at Bitcoin for a possible opportunity on the buy side as well. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, just structurally, based on structure, we are primed for another major bullish run. Okay, if we take a look here at the weekly, we are in this area. We are within this range over here, where this whole area was a level of support previously for price on a weekly level. And now it is at that same area becoming a level of resistance for price. And if we can break through, then the next area of resistance we're looking at is all the way up here around the 40,000, 45, 46, 47,000 range. That is huge. For anybody who plans on investing in Bitcoin, for anyone who wants to trade Bitcoin and hold that trade, that would be a major trade. And just based on structure, as we go down, we see that structure is lining up the right way when we're talking about being bullish. Price came out of this area of support. This whole thing over here was a retest, and we have a push to the upside. Now we are on another retest, and now we want to see if we're going to gather enough momentum to break through, to break past this major zone over here. And again, it's a very strong zone, multiple touches for support, and now a level of resistance. But what makes this such a golden opportunity is not that it just lines up technically, but fundamentally the news is starting to line up for another big Bitcoin bullish run. So you don't want to be behind on this. You want to capitalize on this opportunity. Once you see a good opportunity to enter Bitcoin, I would highly recommend you enter that trade and hold it for the long run. We are gearing up for a big bullish run for commodities and crypto. You don't want to miss out on this, especially with all of this news coming out on the dollar. I guarantee you, those who are on top are already primed and ready to make money off of this opportunity. Don't be left out. So guys, I hope you take advantage of this opportunity. If things go off as we expect, we'll revisit this and talk about all the money we made. So I hope you gain value in this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Jordan Maestro, peace.